I'm here at the Literature Festival in Jaipur and I'm joined by the former Prime Minister of Australia, Malcolm Turnbull. Good to have you here, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, it's lovely to be here in Jaipur. It's a wonderful literary festival.
So, my first question to you. In your book, A Bigger Picture, you have hit out at Scott Morrison in a way that you have blamed him for you losing your prime ministerial ship in 2018. Any comment on that?
Well, I don't think that's fair to some extent. I mean, there's a lot of factors led to the end of my time as Prime Minister in 2018, but it's very important, particularly if you've been Prime Minister, when you write a memoir, to tell the truth, warts and all, and to just be frank about things, you know, because you owe it. Well, it's not only a good thing to tell the truth, we all know that, but also particularly if you've held high office, it's important to provide an accurate, factual account of your time for the people that you've served and who put you in office, and also for future generations who are interested in the history of their country.
So, always there are two sides of a coin. So your relation with Tony Abbott was very on and off. Any comment on that? Would you like?
Well, I mean, often you get in politics rivalries, right? And so Tony Abbott, who was the Prime Minister before me, and we were generally, while we were in the same party, we represented, I guess, different traditions. Tony is very, very conservative on a whole range of issues. I am much more of a centrist. I mean, I guess I would say I'm a genuinely small L liberal. So I believe in liberalism and freedom. And so I'm much more to the centre of politics than Tony was.
During your prime ministerialship, Australia's relation with China was very strange. And you have mentioned about that in your book too. So.
Well, yeah, look, we've got a strong relationship with China, and it operates at many levels. I mean, obviously a very big economic relationship, but also, there are around 1.5 million Australians of Chinese heritage. There are about the same number of Australians with Indian heritage too, I might say. We are a very multicultural society. So we've got a lot of connections with China, but we have had differences with the government of China and the Communist Party government, and particularly since Xi Jinping became president. He has taken a more aggressive foreign policy and has attempted to use economic coercion to get countries to, do what they want. And we resisted that, and other countries have done. I mean, I think, to be honest, President Xi's foreign policy has been counterproductive because, there was actually a big opportunity for him when Trump became president of the United States because, Trump was erratic, was seen to be unreliable. He, said he was thinking of pulling out of NATO, and so a lot of relationships were unsettled. And that was an opportunity for China to be the exact reverse of Trump, to be steady, consistent, measured, restrained, respectful. And instead, you saw them developing a more aggressive foreign policy, which has put a lot of people on edge, particularly in our region.
Any good memory from your political time?
Oh, I have so many great memories. I mean, it's a wonderful, incredible privilege to be to represent the people in Parliament, let alone to be the Prime Minister. And, we were able to get a lot of great things done. I mean, we sort of advanced our relationship with India, we advanced our relations with our countries in our region, Indonesia, we created what is now called the Comprehensive and Progressive Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP, even though Trump pulled out. Reformed the tax laws, reformed school funding laws, legalised same-sex marriage, got the biggest pumped hydro project in the Southern Hemisphere under construction. So, I was Prime Minister for, a week or so, under 3 years, which was not a long time, but having said that, I was able to get a lot of good things done. So I'm not regretful.
That's a good thing. One last question. I'm assuming you've come to Jaipur for the first time.
Yeah.
How is your experience at the Literature Festival? Do you like the food? Do you like the people? How is your experience here?
Well, it's wonderful. Look, Willie Dalrymple invited me to come. He's an old friend. My experience has been wonderful. My wife and I are here. I've enjoyed the sessions I've been participating in and the ones I've just listened to. The people are, everyone is very friendly and warm and interesting. I've really welcomed the opportunity to learn more about particularly the Indian economy. Been to some great sessions about India's economic growth, its challenges, and the new directions it has to take. No, look, I couldn't be enjoying myself more. I'm very happy to be here.
You like the Indian cuisine here?
Oh yes, well I do. It's we're pretty familiar with it in Australia. There's a lot of as I said, Australia's a very multicultural country, and so if you walk down the street of Sydney, you'll see a lot of Indian faces, a lot, and but yes, Indian cuisine is really one of the great cuisines of the world. So, and incredibly diverse and interesting, and therefore very popular all the world over. I mean, particularly.
Is very strong.
Yeah, well, I mean, in England, I think in Britain, the national dish is curry. Mind you, the English, when left to their own devices, are not very good at cooking, so they need the Indians to provide, a better standard of cuisine, I think, which is why they love it so much.
So glad you're having good time here,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.